On today's episode of the Jamaican Cooking Journey, I'm going to be making one of the rarest meal I've ever made in a long time. I've done it already, but actually I've not done it in depth for you to put it together as a meal. So definitely I'm going to be sharing that with you today. But before we move on to that, I just want to say special thanks to the people that have been here making the journey possible on the Jamaican Cooking Journey. Thank you all so much. And a big shout out to our patrons. Thank you all so much. Our post notifications goes right up there. So this meal is Jamaican roasted breadfruit. I'm going to be pairing it with some tin mackerel, jack mackerel. You can use your brand of choice. I'm using this brand, and this brand is not sponsored in the video, okay? But I'm just showing you. So a breadfruit, and I've already moved the stem, and I have just made a little core. This was done like 24 hours ago. Okay, so I did it, I put it in my refrigerator, took it out, and it has come back to room temperature, and it is somewhat slightly turned. And when we say slightly turned, we mean it's on its way to getting ripe. I have here some homegrown callaloo. I have already stripped them. I'm going to leave them in a little salt water, and I'm going to be washing them off. These are the best callaloo. They are so small, fine. These are not fertilized. Also, I have a video from like 6+ years there showing you how to treat your callaloo, how to strip it and remove the little leaves that there are some other times, how to wash it, and also how to shred it. But you won't see that part, okay? So let's proceed. Now, for this breadfruit, I'll be roasting it on the inside, particularly for the people who don't really have the convenience of building a wood fire or don't want to, and to go on a coal stove. Me personally, I like roast breadfruit pan coal. I enjoy roasting it on the wood fire, but I actually don't like roasting it on the coal. You can do it in your oven. Some people say them just take the breadfruit and just put it in the oven like this. I find it come out very dry. I don't like it. So maybe you can wrap it in your foil, put it in there. But I'm gonna bring or gig your memory back on this stove top, okay? And there is a video. Gonna leave the link to the callaloo video. Gonna leave the link to this breadfruit, what I'm doing here in depth, so you can. Also, there's a video that I showed you how to select a good roasting breadfruit. So we're gonna get kicking. Now I'm gonna have no straight foil paper, but I do have foil paper sheets, and it works just as good. So you wanna put like this foil paper sheet. So I am actually, for the very first time in a long time in my life, out of actual foil. I like to put a few sheets. I'm using the foil sheet, so it works just the same. And if you have an electric stove, when I did that video, people were asking me if they could do it on the electric stove. I could actually not give them a direct answer, because actually I had never had the experience of using an electric stove. But since I got the experience of using an electric stove, I say yes, you can do this on your electric stove. Okay? So I'm giving it quite a few wraps. Maybe I gave it 3 there. Yeah. And you can do what you want to do. What you want to do after you have done this, I'm just not gonna go too much in depth because I want you to go watch the video. This is where we remove the stem from, okay? So you want to wrap it and make sure you can find that indent. I'm gonna go now to my stove. Use your size burner of choice, but I wouldn't suggest you use too much like this big one, because this is a small breadfruit. Actually in Jamaica, this is considered as a small breadfruit. So you wanna, from people turn the top down, do what you please. I like to start with the top up, right? You turn your stove on, and I'm leaving it at that. What is gonna happen, it is that the foil wrap the breadfruit, and with that steam trapped in there, it is going to roast the breadfruit, plus you're not going to have no help clean up on the stove, and everything will be fine. Not more pan the breadfruit. When you see it, it's going to just be finished roasting, and I'm going to peel and put in the meal together. There is a video once more that I did for you years ago showing you how to select if your breadfruit long, if you round, all of that. I'll leave the link for you. Go check it out. We're making roast breadfruit, jack mackerel, and steamed callaloo, Jamaican style. I'm gonna go now, put my callaloo to wash with a little salt water, and I'll be shredding my callaloo. Okay, now cooking fam, so this is my callaloo, all cleaned, washed, prep, ready to go. I've got me here my butter. This is not margarine this time, I'm using real butter. Lots of grated garlic. If you have been following me for a long time, you know how I do callaloo. I've got some fresh green thyme, my scallions, and I've got a frozen semi-ripe pepper. Gonna close my lid down, and I'm gonna turn my flame down. I will not add my salt until my callaloo has started like just, you know, steaming down. See, my breadfruit is over here. I've turned it from the top to the bottom, and now I'm rotating it to each side. So I'll catch you in the next clip. In my cast iron brazier right there, I am putting my little condiments for my mackerel. Yeah, I love lots of onions. I love lots of onion rings in my mackerel. Yes, I do. So I have some white onions and final little careless red pepper, whatever. And I decided to use it. And you realize that I have just added a few strips of yellow and red bell peppers. I don't normally do that, but because I have it there cut, I'm going to say, okay, let me just put a few strips, not too much. To this, I want to add a tablespoon of white vinegar. You can add a teaspoon of apple cider, but put a little sprinkle of sugar because the apple cider is very, very strong. So look here. I want them to just like saute a bit. I don't want them getting too salty. So we will give them about a minute and return. I'm ready to put my mackerel in. You see my onions have softened just a small bit. So I'm gonna put my mackerel here to the middle, and as I put my mackerel, I'm gonna, wow, we turn off instead of up my flame. Okay, I'm gonna up my flame. Mackerel is in, and I may mash it a bit. You know, sometimes some of these mackerels, they are like, I'm turn my flame down a little now. Sometimes them red and pretty, sometimes them nice, but I honestly like jack mackerel. I don't like any other mackerel, so I'm gonna be putting a little sprinkle of black pepper. That's it. May have scotch bonnet pepper, garlic, everything was in the mix. What I want to do right here is just use the smaller side of my smoked paprika. I'm just gonna put a little, not much. It is gonna give it a nice rich taste, and also it will enhance the color of the this gravy. So this is me. I'm through my onions, and I will just leave it on the lowest that I have. As it's there on the lowest, covered down, and the steam is going through it, my onions will be fully, you know, cooked to at some point, because I don't want them cooked until they come saggy out. I like my onions crunchy with my mackerel. This is my tin mackerel. My breadfruit is there, like soaking through. My callaloo is ready right there. When you see me next, I'll be plating. Okay, so our breadfruit is ready, pretty hot. So we have peeled it. We didn't show that. You will see that in our video. It's quite evident that our breadfruit is properly roast. You see, with knife go through it. I always do my breadfruit like this. I cut it in half. That's how I add some from with their country, and then we put it in 4/4. This is exceptionally hot. You want to exercise caution right here. This is the part that you need to remove. If you never know about roast breadfruit, you can choose to take it out or you want to take it out. Okay, out and all of that. We're gonna go, you know, try to slice some, and you don't want to slice your breadfruit too thick. You know, when you slice your breadfruit like this, it's really hot. It speaks volume to your plating. So don't get it too thick, family. really look appetizing. And also when you peel your breadfruit, try to avoid especially those black backs, and that is why I like when I do it on the stove top. You don't have to deal with this black on the outside. It's clean and pretty on the in, pretty on the out. We're gonna plate up some for you, and I'll catch you in the next clip. So it's time for us to put a plate together for you, fam. I've just reheated my callaloo. I have my breadfruit all sliced and ready to go, buffet style. We are reheating our mackerel on a slow heat, and this is what is happening. I think it's ready right now. You see all them onions? This is how I like my mackerel. So I'm gonna be plating up some just for you. I try if you not make no mess, you know. But guess what? I'm like they be nervous. I have a right for nervous now. I'm not sure. One of the things so a long time me I work and I come. So you're gonna need to clean right here. I'm gonna put some callaloo to the side. So this is a perfect meal. We have our protein, we have our vegetable, and of course the breadfruit represent the starch, or as I go called, or the staple. Eh? So right here we got our breadfruit. Remember to slice your breadfruit like this. Don't do it too thick. It doesn't look appealing when you're serving. Big and thick, and you know what I'm saying? Have that ugly look there. So from my kitchen to yours, from my Jamaican kitchen to your family table, to your plate, and most of all to your stomach, it's roast breadfruit Jamaican style, steamed callaloo, and of course with Jamaican jack mackerel. Please do enjoy.